Yo, Giants Nation, buckle up, because we're diving into some juicy New York Giants news that's got the Big Blue faithful buzzing. Can you feel the electricity in the air? Training camp is just days away, and the Giants are making waves with a revamped roster, bold moves, and some straight talk from a franchise legend. We're talking Antrel Rolle dropping truth bombs, Malik Nabers lighting up the field, and a new-look Giants squad ready to shake things up in 2025. So, grab your jerseys, hit that like button, and let's unpack why this season could be a game-changer for our New York Giants. What's got you hyped for Big Blue this year? Drop it in the comments below. Let's kick things off with a blast from the past that's got everyone talking. Antrel Rolle, the hard-hitting safety who helped us hoist the Lombardi Trophy in 2011, just sat down with gambling industry news and didn't hold back. This man bleeds blue, and when he speaks, Giants fans listen. Rolle's take? The Giants' struggles over the last decade stem from some serious front office missteps. He's calling out the decisions that let homegrown talent slip away. Guys like Saquon Barkley, Odell Beckham Jr., and Leonard Williams. Rolle said it best. The film doesn't lie. Oof, that hits hard. He's pointing fingers at former GM Dave Gettleman and even current GM Joe Schoen for moves that left gaps in our roster. But here's the kicker, Rolle sees light at the end of the tunnel. With new stars like Abdul Carter and Malik Nabers, plus a veteran like Russell Wilson under center, he thinks the Giants are finally course-correcting. Do you agree with Rolle's take? Is Big Blue back on track? Or are we still climbing out of a hole? Let's hear your thoughts. Now, let's talk about those personnel moves that have Rolle and Giants fans raising eyebrows. First up, Saquon Barkley. Man, letting him walk to the Eagles still stings. Rolle argued that Saquon's injury history was a factor, but the Giants didn't do enough to build around him. Last season, Barkley racked up 1,307 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns with Philly. Numbers that scream what could have been at MetLife Stadium. Then there's Odell Beckham Jr., traded to Cleveland in 2019. OBJ's off-field drama was real, but his on-field magic? Irreplaceable until Malik Nabers arrived. And don't forget Leonard Williams, shipped to Seattle in 2023. The dude posted 15 sacks over 3 seasons and earned a Pro Bowl nod last year. Meanwhile, we were scrambling to fill the void on our D-line. Rolle's point is clear. Letting these stars go without solid replacements set us back. But Giants Nation, let's flip the script. What do you think about those trades? Were they necessary? Or did we fumble the bag? Hit the comments. Speaking of replacements, let's shine a spotlight on the new blood-turning heads in New York Giants news. Malik Nabers, our 2024 first-round pick, is already drawing comparisons to OBJ for his electrifying play. In his rookie season, Nabers hauled in 109 catches for 1,204 yards and 7 touchdowns, per NFL.com. That's the kind of stat line that makes defenses sweat. Rolle himself said Nabers is playing out of his mind, but he needs more help around him. Enter Russell Wilson, the veteran QB signed to a 1-year, $1.2 million deal, basically a steal with Denver footing most of his salary. Wilson's got a chip on his shoulder after bumpy stops in Denver and Pittsburgh, and he's hyped to throw to Nabers. In fact, Wilson told NFL.com that Nabers' special talent was a huge reason he chose the Giants. Can you imagine those deep balls to Nabers? I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But here's the question. Can Wilson, at 36, still sling it like he did in his Seattle prime? Or is rookie Jackson Dart, our 2025 draft pick, ready to steal the show? Let's debate it below. On the defensive side, the Giants are building a pass-rushing monster that's got fans buzzing. Abdul Carter, the number 3 overall pick in 2025, is a name you need to know. Rolle called him a stud, and Bleacher Report says he's the most disruptive rookie we've seen in years. Pair him with Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns, and you've got a trio that echoes the 2011 pass rush of Justin Tuck, Ossai Umenyiora, and Jason Pierre-Paul. Last season, our D-line racked up 45 sacks, good for 9th in the NFL per Yardbarker. With Carter's raw talent, he was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year in college. This group could climb into the top 5. Oh, and let's not sleep on Dexter Lawrence, a perennial Pro Bowler anchoring the interior. G-Men HQ compares this unit to the glory days of Michael Strahan and Lawrence Taylor. Giants Nation, are we looking at a defense that can carry us to the playoffs? Drop your predictions. But Raul didn't stop at praising the new guys. He's got ideas for bringing back some old friends. He floated the idea of Odell Beckham Jr. returning to mentor Neighbors. Imagine that. OBJ's route running and playmaking could be a masterclass for our young star. Raul told Big Blue View that having a mentor like Deion Grant was huge for him during the 2012 Super Bowl run, and OBJ could do the same for Neighbors. Plus, Raul's got love for Jason Pierre-Paul, saying he'd love to see JPP finish his career at MetLife. Now, I know OBJ's had injury issues and JPP's not the same player he was, but the nostalgia factor is real. Would you bring back OBJ or JPP for one last ride? Or is it time to let the past stay in the past? Let's get that comment section poppin'. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the secondary. Losing Julian Love and Xavier McKinney hurt. Love earned a Pro Bowl nod in 2023 with Seattle, while McKinney went All-Pro with Green Bay, snagging 8 picks last season, PersI.com. Those departures left our backfield exposed, but Joe Schoen went to work this offseason. The Giants signed Paulson Adebo and Jevon Holland, two 25-year-old studs, to bolster the secondary per G-Men HQ. Adebo's coverage skills and Holland's ball-hawking instincts could make us forget the pain of losing McKinney. Bleacher Report notes that these moves mirror the impact of signing Antrel Roll back in 2010. Are these the pieces to solidify our defense, or do we still have work to do? I want to hear your takes. As we count down to the 2025 season opener against the Washington Commanders, 52 days and counting per Yardbarker, the Giants are at a crossroads. Rawls optimistic, saying we're trying to get back in the right direction, but he's real about the challenges. Neighbors needs more weapons, and the backfield could use depth. Big Blue View reports that Wan'Dale Robinson, with 93 catches last season, is a candidate for an early extension, potentially a 2-year, $15 million deal. That's huge for a guy who forced 20 missed tackles and racked up 361 yards after the catch. PersI.com. Meanwhile, Bleacher Report warns that Russell Wilson's spot isn't secure, with Jackson Dart waiting in the wings. The last thing we need is another quarterback controversy, right? How do you see this QB battle playing out? Is Wilson our guy, or is Dart the future? Let's zoom out for a second. The Giants' offseason moves are drawing comparisons to their championship blueprint, per G-Men HQ. Schoen and coach Brian Daboll are building a team that's smart, tough, and dependable, much like the 2011 squad. But CBS Sports throws a curveball, warning that a disaster scenario could see Neighbors growing frustrated like OBJ did, especially if Wilson underperforms. We've been down that road before, and it's not pretty. Giants Nation, how do we keep Neighbors happy and maximize his potential? Should we lean on Wilson's experience or give Dart a shot to spark the offense? Your comments are gold. Let's hear them. Before we wrap, I checked the latest updates on Giants.com and NFL.com to keep this fresh. The rookies reported to camp this week, with veterans arriving Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. Giants.com is counting down to camp with 25 questions in 25 days, hyping up storylines like Bobby Okerek's odd vibe and whether tight end Daniel Bellinger can step up. Plus, NFL.com reports that Wilson's been working out with Neighbors, Darius Slayton, and Wan'Dale Robinson in San Diego, building chemistry. That's the kind of leadership we need. These updates confirm the buzz around our roster and the high stakes for 2025. Giants fans, are you ready for training camp to set the tone? All right, Giants Nation, it's time to bring it home. The New York Giants are reloading with stars like Malik Neighbors, Abdul Carter, and Russell Wilson. But Antrel Roll's words remind us that the road to glory isn't easy. We've got a fierce pass rush, a dynamic receiver, and a QB room full of potential, but the ghosts of past mistakes linger. Can we avoid another sitcom rerun, as G-Men HQ puts it, and write a new chapter for Big Blue? I'm hyped, and I know you are too. Drop your bold predictions for the 2025 season in the comments. Will Neighbors break 1,500 yards? Can Carter lead the league in sacks? And is Wilson the answer, or is Dart ready to shine? Smash that like button, subscribe for more New York Giants news, and share this video with every Giants fan you know. Let's get loud, Giants Nation. Big Blue is back, and we're coming for it all. See you in the comments.